Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 1 of the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. We are jumping in today with our new game 100% completion. I explained the rules in my introductory video.
Born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land. This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life.
What an epic introduction to the game. Fantastic. So I already know what character we're going to be playing as for this game. So we are going to play as an Imperial. People might disagree with this, but I'm a firm believer that you get the most out of an Elder Scrolls game such as Skyrim if you play as a native to the country. Like for Skyrim, I believe you should play as a Nord. For Oblivion, I believe you get the most out of it if you play as an Imperial. And for Morrowind, I think you would get the most out of it if you played as a Dunmer. But that's just me, personally. So we are going to play as an Imperial, and we are going to be a Nibene, a true Imperial. We're going to have some roleplay aspects to this series. I have a character in mind. We're going to be a true Imperial at heart. We're going to be religious. We're going to be very righteous, very moral. And it's going to be really interesting to try and fit some of the quests in with that character. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Right, so I will do all the customation off camera and then jump back in when we have our guy. Okay, we're back. So this is Corvio, our Imperial. I honestly didn't change much apart from the hair and the facial hair. I'm not great with character creation, in all honesty. So we are an Imperial. Our name is Corvio. I used a fantasy name generator to find that one. And we are a shrewd diplomat and trader. We are proficient with heavy armor, and we have increased speed, which is great stuff. And we can even see our stats over here. What we get as natural boosts due to our origin. But we will continue with that. Imperial race, and we are in the game. Turn around, move. We're in a dungeon of some sorts. We can sprint if we really want. But we can just walk.
Oh, look. An Imperial in the Imperial prison. I guess they don't play favorites, huh? Your own kinsmen think you're a piece of human trash. How sad. I bet the guards give you special treatment before the end. Oh, that's right. You're going to die in here, Imperial. You're going to die. Imperial criminal scum like you give the Empire a bad name, you see. You're an embarrassment. Best if you just disappear. Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
So I actually have a backstory thought out for this character.
My sons, they're dead, aren't they?
I will pause and we will quickly explain the backstory. So Corvio was a military man. Yeah, he was military in the Imperial Army. He was in the Legion. And he was an officer. And he was quite devoted to the Empire, pretty much. But there was some corrupt soldiers, you know, the typical corrupt soldiers kind of thing. They were, you know, making use of a smuggling ring. Corvio tried to bust them and then got framed as the leader of the smuggling ring, and then hence he's in the Imperial prison. So that's the backstory for Corvio and some idea to what kind of person he is.
We don't know that, sire. The messenger only said they were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know it.
What's this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
Never mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
Well, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Stand aside. Over by the window. Stay out of the way and you won't get hurt.
No sign of pursuit, sir.
Stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
You. I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength.
So, according to the backstory, Corvio would know who this is. Like, just like, yep, that's the Emperor, holy god, it's the Emperor, oh my god. What's going on?
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
This makes no sense, but I need to ask it because the game doesn't let me, but, like, roleplay-wise, he knows, but I need to ask this. Sorry, but who are you in this clearly Emperor with the amulet of kings around your neck?
I am your Emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tamriel is the overall continent of Tamriel. This also doesn't make sense. We would know why we're in jail, but why am I in jail? What's going on?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
Corvio's like, yes, full pardon already, nice. So what should I do?
You will find your own path. Take care. There will be blood and death before the end.
Please, sire, we must keep moving.
Man, that's handy. I wish I knew that was there.
Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
This doesn't concern you,
Looks
prisoner.
like this is your lucky day. Just stay out of our way.
Yeah, we can't open this up, obviously, because that would break the game. So let's just explain a few things about the AI. So this is our menu. So we have a character menu with sub-tabs. We can see our race, our birth sign, we haven't chose that yet, our class, our level, how much magicka we have, how much health we have, and how much fatigue we have. So stamina, health, magicka, pretty, you know, bog standard kind of stuff. We have our attributes: strength, intelligence, willpower, agility, speed, endurance, personality, and luck. We have minor skills. Well, we only have minor skills at the minute, but we'll get major skills later on. But this is basically all of our skills in the game. We have a list of factions and which ones we're friendly with, which ones we're part of, blah, blah, blah. Details, which is like a stats kind of thing. So we're all at 0 for everything right now. We have an inventory. We're currently wearing sackcloth pants, sandals, and a sackcloth shirt and wrist irons. So we've just been pardoned by the Emperor. So yeah, we're dropping that straight away. No. We just got a pardon. No irons for me. We have weapons, we have apparel, we have gear, and we have alchemy, which we are going to do a lot of. I love alchemy. Miscellaneous stuff, and then a list of everything. We have magic, which we start off with these spells. So we have 5 spells to begin with. Clairvoyance, which I do not think was in the original Oblivion. It was in Skyrim, and I think they added it to the remaster. Clairvoyance is a spell that shows your way, but you really don't ever need it. Only costs 1 magic though, so it's quite cheap. We have Flare, which is a destruction spell, does 6 points of fire damage on a target. Heal minor wounds, which is a healing spell. Restoration, destruction, restoration, mysticism. These are all different schools of magic. And we have Star of the West, which is not a spell but a power that we have because we are an Imperial, which a restoration spell, but absorb fatigue on touch, 100 points, their entire stamina bar, but you can absorb that. And the Voice of the Emperor, which is an illusion power, lets us charm a target, makes them like us more. And you can see these are separated between ones we cast on ourselves, ones we touch to activate, and ones we throw ranged spells. We have our map. We also have we have an inward map and a world map. Can't see the world one just yet. We have quest log with tutorials, a help thing, which is actually really useful to go through if you're unsure about stuff. Some really helpful stuff there. And just your basic game menu. So just wanted to get that out of the way, so we do not want them. No, we got a pardon, we're all good. Just gonna follow after you, sir, if that's okay. Boris. So yeah, we can't believe we're doing this. In PS5 game. How was if I try and talk to you?
To keep out of our way.
Oh, okay, well, just stay a little bit extra back from you then.
Close up left. Protect the Emperor.
The captain's down.
So one of the things I want to do very quickly is I want to put heal minor wounds. So we have a shortcut bar, which gives us 8 things. Either a weapon, a spell, a potion, tool, anything like that we can quit. I want to put my healing up here straight away. And we're gonna put Flare right here. And we're gonna start leveling up these things ASAP. Oh,
That's not smart.
yeah, that was not smart. I'm so sorry.
Captain Reno? She's dead.
First thing I do in this game, punch Boris in the face. So see how Boris has a little crown?
How could they be waiting for...
That means that he's an essential character, so he cannot be killed.
Don't worry, sire.
At least right now. So, first dead bodies of the game, first loot, we can get a Mythic Dawn hood and a Mythic Dawn robe. We are going to take them because they're unique. So we are going to take them. We're going to have Reynolds Akaviri Katana, a steel short sword, and a torch. We're not going to take a torch. I don't ever see the need to use a torch. Weak potion of healing, nice.
Here, prisoner. Don't try to follow.
So let's... Right, so we're going to use the katana because it does better damage. We're going to put that here. I'll always put my melee weapon here. No point in equipping that. Guys, just leaving me here, huh? And combat, we have rats. Of course we do. So we just used our flare spell there to blast one. Block that and block up to 6. Nice. And we can get rat meat, which is an alchemy ingredient. You can see there that it damages fatigue upon consumption. First combat of the game, no problem at all. Smashed it. We also have quick save. I have quick save mapped to the left D-pad, which is a change to the original settings. So we are going to be Corvio is obviously going to be a warrior, sword and shield type guy. A rusty war axe, iron war axe. Now, the way this is not worth picking up because it's just terrible and it weighs £12 and only sells for 4 coins. So yeah, it's really not worth me picking this up. So at the beginning of the game, I tend to only pick up things that are maybe like 5 times worth its weight value. When I get richer, I change that value, so that's not worth me picking up. I don't think. But we're gonna need to pick up a lot of other stuff. Like over here, we have a sack with lockpicks, weak potion of healing, skeleton with a lot of arrows, more lockpicks, and some light armor. We're not going to take the rusty iron dagger. Oh, no, we're not going to take it. Over here is a rusty iron bow. In fact, you know what? We will take that dagger. Why not? Now that you have arrows, pick up the bow. So we're going to quickly put my there. We're going to equip. No, not that. Then we're going to equip the arrows. Game wants us to practice using a bow. And it wants us to do this by shooting this bucket. There we go. And just because we fired that doesn't mean we can go pick that up, as you can see. So we got shield, rough leather shield. So we are going to be... I'm not sure. So the way I want to do this, well, I'll get into that later. But we definitely want the shield equip and the rough leather boots and cuirass. Get some armor on, get rid of these sandals and this shirt. Keeping these only because they're unique. And that's that. Okay, so chests. We can lockpick in this game. It's really quite easy. So especially in the remaster, you just need to move up. And then you're supposed to hit X once it's locked into position. So it'll drop at different speeds. But the speed that it drops at will change every time it drops down. So you can just keep on doing that until you find a slow speed. And then just... a gold, 10 gold and a sapphire. Both of them are very worth it at this stage in the game. So you can also write, so fatigue, yep. Now we have a club, not really worth picking up. Some iron arrows, yep, those are definitely worth picking up. We're going to be sword and shield for a bit. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get blade and block to at least level 25 as well as heavy armor before, and then I'll try and level everything up at a similar kind of pace, if that makes sense. More lockpicks and a club. Not going to take the club. Weighs too much and it doesn't sell, so not much value there. We have a dead goblin shaman here with a scroll. Now a scroll, so we know heal minor wounds and flare. We know these. We don't on our own. So scrolls let us use spells that we don't inherently know. So chameleon, we don't know that spell, but if we equip this scroll, we can use that spell as if we do know it. So there we go. Flashbolt, which fire damage on target, 20 points. Quite good. An iron key. Keys are useful in this game. And weak potion of sorcery. Right, so what we'll do is, I tend to not use these and just sell them for money. You open the door with the iron key. So yeah, we're going to go heavy armor so my main, when you think of Corvio, think blade block, heavy armor. Now practice casting spells. I beat you to it, game. I was casting spells ages ago. So we can, flare is a ranged spell, so we can kind of, and it will go all the way over there. Really handy. More iron arrows, lockpicks, another bow, but we don't really need one, and heavy armor, which we're going to take and equip straight away. Now, all this rusty and rough stuff isn't very good, but it's the start of the game, so you kind of get stuck with it. And I can't do anything with rat meat, but so this is an ingredient, so you can see damage fatigue. Now, how alchemy works is you want to find another ingredient which has the same effect as rat meat. So you need to find another ingredient that has damage fatigue, and then you can mix them together once you have the right tools and make a potion. You can also just eat the rat meat. Like if I hit X, I just ate some rat meat and my fatigue will be damaged as a result. But it does raise your alchemy skill by doing that way, so... Yep, who needs a sword? I got fire, and that's a zombie. So, yeah, bone, completely not worth picking up. Mort flesh, another ingredient. And if you notice, with the mort flesh, it's also damage fatigue. So we can mix these two to make a potion of damage fatigue. We are going to be doing a lot of alchemy. I'll be doing a lot of alchemy. So magicka, as you spend it, obviously, you deplete your bar, but it does recharge, same as fatigue, same as your health. I'm going a bit ham on the destruction, but that's fine. We're getting every skill to level 100 anyway, so eventually. Love that. He jumped straight into it. Brilliant. Another chest with, yep, more potions. So if I wanted to, I could put a potion here, and then rather than going into the menu, I could just hold L1 and go to 3 and use it that way, but I tend to have dedicated slots for dedicated things. And as you run, your athletics just increases on its own, which is kind of nice. Oh, another rat. Not for me, thank you. And another. We'll actually use our sword and shield. Slightly less damaging than the flare spell we were using. Flare seems to be a one-shot kill. Oh, I missed. Here we go. Rat meat. Another one. Fine, I can do this all day. Blade is up to 11 and my block is increased as well. Great. Oh, there's a chest up there. I thought there was. I thought I missed something. An average chest, so a little bit harder than the very easy one we had earlier, but so you can see how fast it's moving. So if we manipulate this, we can just manipulate it to make it so that we can just open any lock, really. Even if I could probably do a very hard lock right now. Oh, I still took a torch. My security increased, which is helps you get into locked things. So we have a lot more stuff over here that we want to pick up. A rusty iron shield, we'll take that. That's a heavy shield over the light shield that we have. We can see we've got a carry weight of 200 pounds. We're at 136 already. We have some food, which acts as ingredients in this game. And a rusty iron helmet, we'll take that. More defense for us. So food, anything to do with food is basically ingredients. So tomatoes, carrots, corn, stuff like that. We have a iron warhammer, but it's not really worth me picking up, is it? Maybe should I do ×5 or should I just do half of its carry weight? Yeah, we'll do half. So we'll do, it's at the very start of the game, we'll go, it needs to be worth at least ×2 of its carry weight, which this is. Although whether we'll keep that or not, we don't know. Another rusty iron war axe. Not taking you. More rats. So this is sneaking. I can press circle to crouch. So because that eye is fully open and there's two like brackets on the side, I was completely fully detected there. I'm not detected right now when it's closed like that. And you raise your skills by doing things. So I raise my blade skill by attacking and doing damage with blade weapons. I raise my healing skill by using healing spells. I raise my sneak skill by sneaking around characters and NPCs and enemies. A lot of that will be bog standard knowledge for you guys if you're familiar. Got some ale. Yep, we'll take that. We are going to really need money, essentially. Really early on, we're going to really need money. So, yeah, you can see that the eye is open, but not fully open. So if I move about with it, not fully open, that will be increased. That's increasing my sneak skill. See, I just went from 6 to 7 just doing this. Just like hopping around on the spot. So you can manipulate it if you want that way. Maybe get it to 10, possibly. And you can see as I level up my sneak, that bar is filling. That bar is your experience bar. So once that's full, you'll have earned enough experience to level up. But we are not going to be leveling up until we've trained 5 times for every level. But the good thing about this game is the enemies scale depending on your level, so you actually don't want to level up too quickly, too early, because it actually makes the game harder. Now, a dead skeleton, silver goblet, yep, take that, it's worth it. We are going to be picking up basically every alchemy ingredient that I see ever, because alchemy is one of the best ways to make money in this game. I am completely convinced of it. But before we go through, before we go through into the natural caverns, we're going to end this episode. See, I've already explained shortcuts already ahead of you, game. So we're going to end this episode here. Thanks for being here for this first episode. I know it's a little bit slow as I explain things. I'm basically treating anyone watching this as if they have never played an Elder Scrolls game before. I really don't like assuming that people know what's happening and what things are in games and Let's Plays. I just don't like doing it. So, yeah. Thanks for being here, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Take care.